Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. What if the only thing standing between you and wealth is how you think? In 1937, Napoleon Hill published Think and Grow Rich, a book he spent 20 years writing, interviewing over 500 of the most successful people in the world, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. The result? 13 principles that can transform your mind and your life. Let's break them all down. Principle 1. Desire. It all starts with burning desire, not a wish, not a hope, but an obsession. Hill tells the story of Edwin Barnes, who had nothing, no money, no connections, but one unshakable goal: to work with Thomas Edison. He showed up at Edison's lab and refused to leave until he got a chance. Years later, he became Edison's business partner. The lesson? Desire must be specific, intense, and backed by a definite plan. Principle 2. Faith. Desire without faith is just daydreaming. Hill defines faith as the ability to convince your subconscious mind that your goal is already real. You don't wait to believe until you see results. You believe first, and the results follow. The tool he recommends? Positive affirmations. Repeat your goal to yourself daily with emotion until your mind accepts it as truth. Principles 3 and 4. Autosuggestion and specialized knowledge. Autosuggestion is how you program your subconscious. Hill says the mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So speak to yourself with intention, out loud, with feeling. Next, specialized knowledge. General education won't make you rich. You need focused, practical expertise in your chosen field. But here's the twist. You don't have to know everything. You just need to know where to find it and who to ask. Principles 5 and 6. Imagination and organized planning. Your imagination is your workshop. Hill describes two kinds: synthetic imagination, rearranging existing ideas into new combinations; creative imagination, receiving flashes of inspiration directly from your deeper mind, but imagination without structure is useless. That's where organized planning comes in. Hill insists you need a written, detailed plan and a team around you. He calls this a mastermind group, a circle of trusted people whose knowledge and energy multiplies your own. Principles 7 and 8. Decision and persistence. Hill studied 25,000 people who failed. The number one cause? Lack of decision. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people do the opposite. They delay, overthink, and flip-flop. And once you decide, you need persistence, the ability to keep going when everything says stop. Hill compares it to a river that carves through rock, not by force, but by never stopping. The antidote to giving up is forming powerful habits of action, fueled by a burning desire and a definite plan. Principles 9 to 12. Mastermind, sex transmutation, subconscious, and the brain. The mastermind principle says that two or more minds working in harmony create a third, invisible force, greater than either alone. This is why great leaders always have a strong inner circle. Sex transmutation is one of Hill's most unusual ideas. But hear him out. He argues that intense emotional and creative energy, when channeled away from purely physical expression, becomes rocket fuel for ambition, art, and achievement. Many of the world's greatest creators, he says, were driven by this redirected energy. The subconscious mind is where your beliefs live. Feed it positive, goal-focused thoughts repeatedly, and it begins to work on your behalf, even while you sleep. The brain, Hill says, is both a broadcasting and receiving station. Elevate your mental vibration through emotion, focus, and faith, and you open yourself to ideas and opportunities beyond normal conscious thought. Principle 13. The sixth sense. The final principle is the sixth sense, what Hill calls the temple of wisdom. After mastering the previous 12 steps, something shifts. You begin receiving hunches, warnings, and ideas that can't easily be explained. Hill says this is your infinite intelligence speaking, and the only way to access it is by building the foundation of the other principles first, the 6 fears. But there's one final obstacle Hill warns about: The 6 ghosts of fear: fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, fear of death. These fears live in the mind, and they are learned, not inherited, which means they can be unlearned. Hill's prescription: face each fear directly, name it, analyze it, and refuse to give it power over your decisions. So there you have it. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich in 5 Minutes. 13 Principles. One core truth: your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Wealth begins not in your wallet, but in your mind. If this resonated with you, pick up the full book. It's not just about money. It's about mastering yourself. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today.